Savannah Cassie. Today we're going to be watching Day of the Departed Ninjago. Kind of like a movie. Is it a movie? Who knows?
Roger that, Kai. Zing, do you have a read?
Hey, did everyone know there are actually like two parts of Day of the Departed? I mean, not like two parts, but two different things. There's like a Chinese version, and then there's a normal version. I watched the Chinese version first, and then when I watched the English version, I was like so confused because I was like, I feel like I watched the wrong thing, and then I realized, oh wait, there's two of them.
Ninja, I've reached the rendezvous point.
I love that they're racing through the desert for no apparent reason. Like, this was mainly just to get us hyped to see what was going on in Ninjago now.
Right, Cole? Cole? Let me go get...
In this scene for 2.5 seconds, does Cole seem like he's not there? Like, I know he's fading in and out of existence and he can't touch, like, the steering wheel, but also he seems like he's not mentally there.
I know you're a ghost, but I'm still in the living world, and I'd kind of like to keep it that way. Ninja!
You know what would have been cool? You know, like, Cole's, like, disappearing? It would have been cool if also Yang was disappearing for some weird reason, and that's why he tried to trick Cole into, like, opening up the rift instead of, like, having zero reasons to, like, actually open this dumb little rift.
Ninjago, Day of the Departed.
By the way, this is the only holiday movie. Like, hey, Ninjago people, you could do other holidays. Like, legit, you could do Christmas or Hanukkah. You could get some of the ninjas to celebrate neither one. They're just like, don't do anything. Like, it is completely fine to do that.
Yeah, good thing we got to the gift shop before it closed.
Yes, a Day of the Departed celebration is incomplete.
Quick question. What were the ninjas doing to become so late and almost not getting these lanterns? Like, what the hell were you guys doing?
And the costumes.
And the candy! Hit me, kid!
Jay, don't go be stealing kids' candy. What is wrong with you?
We light lanterns to remember our ancestors.
Wait, who is Jay remembering? Oh wait, his birth parents. Would he actually light a lantern for his birth parents? I don't feel like maybe?
Whoa!
Dr. Saunders.
Oh, please, we are all friends. You must...
Ugh, this guy. Do I have to react to the time travel episode? Legit, anytime Ninjago does time travel, it is the worst episode. Like, why? You time travel people do not exist. Like, anytime before the time people actually exist, when we go back and we see the elemental masters, you two time tunes do not exist. They would just put it in here for no apparent reason.
Uncanny.
Shen!
Memories.
Samukai!
Is he...
I love how they have a museum dedicated to the villains that the ninjas have beat up.
looking at me? Maybe from the past.
And Moro!
Moore should not have died. Like, come on, he was practically the only powerful one there. But I feel like if Moore stayed alive, they would definitely have to, like, nerf his ability because he was crazy powerful.
A special eclipse.
The rarest yin-yang eclipse.
Oh, poet.
Yin-yang eclipse? Why is that a thing?
There is magic in the air. Boogly, boogly!
Dude, I think it's just a normal eclipse. How do you know if there's magic in the air? Does this mean he knew that the museum was going to be taken over or something bad was going to happen in the museum?
Though known to some as the master without a student, Kodokuna Yang will be remembered by most.
Cole, what are you reading? That plaque says nothing. I feel like he's just monologuing to himself just to keep us up and remind us who cursed him.
What's the story on this thing?
You know what I wish they added here? Instead of like Cole just purposely touching his blade for no apparent reason, they should have added scary music or whispers so it seems like as if he's almost possessed into touching this blade.
You have a good eye, Nia.
Her? I'm the one who spotted...
Hey Cole, I hate to break it to you, but you're kind of invisible to them. You have been forgotten. How have you been forgotten? I don't know.
It belonged to Master Yang. It is said to possess much dark magic.
I love how Cole's the forgotten ninja. Like the writers forget Cole. Like legit, couldn't we just had after this movie another Cole season, or like made this movie into a season, because there was so much stuff I wish they explained more, and they could have made an interesting season, and they could also throw Cayenne like Nia's parents' mystery into the bunch, and we also know that Klaus is around, so maybe he could have helped Yang or something. Oh, now you're speaking to him? Why now are you speaking to him? Why didn't you, like, speak to him earlier when you went to go try to touch the blade?
Which is why it is sealed in this case made of clear stone, the hardest.
Okay, is Yang haunting the picture in order to communicate with Cole? Or could Yang already communicate with Cole before, but he didn't do it before for some weird-ass reason? Or is it because, like, if Yang could communicate with Cole beforehand, is it because, like, oh, he just turned into a ghost, so, like, he's not under my possession, so I can't quite control or talk to him, but because of the magic that's in the air, I can talk to him now, if that makes sense.
Close the circle. Close the circle?
Why do you want him to close this dumb little circle? What is your plan? Like, I already know what his plan because I've seen this movie so many times and have tried to break it down. But still, why?
We'll return here for the concert. But first, we must go.
I still love that all the ninjas still haven't realized that Cole isn't in the inner circle. They're just like, whatever. Like, what type of magic did Yang use to make everyone forget about Cole?
Maybe I'm departed. I'm departed.
You know what? I need to go back to my what if storylines that I did for like my Harry Potter, like what if time travel, my Powder what if story, and make it like what if Cole was Yang's student from the beginning, or like what if when Cole turns into a ghost, what if he was trapped with Yang? Because isn't it weird that all his students got trapped with him, but I think that was because he used dark magic. But when he turned Cole into ghost, he wasn't like tied to Yang.
Our ancestors. Because if we never look to the past.
Aw, that's sweet. They're remembering Garmadon, even though I don't know why Masaka's there. It's not like she could care if her husband died. Oh my god, are they back at their parents' house? Isn't it weird that Kai and Neil left the blacksmith shop and just like no one has taken it over? Like no one has bought it. Like I would assume that place would have gotten bulldozed or someone would have tried to bought the place. Unless they'll like, I don't know, keep rebuying the place, but they kind of left it abandoned so no one could like take it over. Oh my god, it's the monastery. Why don't you guys rebuild this place? Like, you guys are rich. Well, Nia and Wu are, because Nia builds everything and Wu's secretly a millionaire because he's the son of the first Spinjitzu master. Just rebuild this place.
Oh, where are you?
How come it's the dad that's the only person that remembered that Cole is not there? Like, how does the magic or whatever Yang is doing to make the ninjas forget about, like, Cole doesn't work on his dad? Like, does it not work on parental, like, bonds or something?
Gave you your voice.
Oh, the blacksmiths are actually doing a performance? That's cool, because we do know that, like, I think it was in season 1, season 2, that they did, like, a live concert. But we actually get to see them in action now.
Guys, hey, listen!
How come Dareth has a million jobs? Like, if you sit down and you think about it, Dareth has a million jobs. Or had a million jobs. He was a karate mentor. He was a movie producer. He was, like, helps the music people. Like, he became a lawyer. He became a bartender. Like, Dareth just owns everything.
Not because Gail keeps turning down my marriage proposals, even though I'd make an excellent...
You asked Gail Gossip to marry you? Hey, dude, how do you ask her on a date before you ask her hand in marriage?
Look at you! Look at that once-in-a-lifetime lunar... That
is really a cool eclipse. I like the design they did for this whack-ass moon. Nice. By the way, I have no clue how much I can play into this. Nothing really happens, but unfortunately copyright reasons, so I may have to skip the song. Thank the Lords I don't have much to say about it.
Here, so no one's home. Time for a little scrap hunting.
Ronan, whose place are you gonna steal from? Don't be an idiot and get yourself arrested. I love that this random island is just floating around Ninjago still today. Like, hey, whatever happened to this island? Is it still floating in the sky? Did someone take it down? Or does it no longer exist like Air Jitsu? You know what? I'm completely fine them not using air jitsu because honestly, if they had air jitsu like all the time, things would be solved a lot more easily because they could just like fly around everywhere. But also give us an explanation why not to use air jitsu. To say it was dark magic or that it was corrupting the soul or something.
The yin blade? But how?
Yang, he's a ghost. He can regularly grab your weapon. Why don't you grab your weapon? Or you more ghost-like than natural human?
Which, thanks to you, I still am!
Okay, good question. Why does Yang decide to use Cole for the spell? Why doesn't he use one of his students? They're all ghosts. Or is it because they're like binded by the same magic that turned Yang into a ghost? But wouldn't Cole be binded by the same magic because Yang is the one that turned him into a ghost?
All of it. What's happening? My plan.
Okay, this is so weird. Like, he just, like, came in just to break the vase, and then Yang just started laughing. I'm just like, you could have just tricked anyone else to break this dumb little vase. This vase is so breakable. By the way, what type of dog magic is this? This makes no sense. So Cole just had to break this vase on a little cliffs to make this dog magic happen, but yet couldn't any of these ghosts break this vase? Or does someone between life and death must break the vase? Or like the Yang people actually dead while Cole is like not truly dead, he's like halfway dead. I love that Rue definitely knows that this flickering of green light is normal, and the first thing he does is not call up the ninjas. Hey, you know something's up, go call the ninjas. Okay, so this dog magic that was in the pot makes these people alive. How? What type of magic is this? And also, there's a Pythor statue, so why does the Pythor statue not come alive as well? Is it because Pythor is still alive?
Never should have played with dark magic, boy. This day of the depart.
So is this hinting at that Air Jitsu is canonically dark magic? Because Yang likes to play with dark magic. That's why he tried to make himself immortal. Like, he used dark magic to make himself immortal. So did he use dark magic in Air Jitsu? Which would make sense for the character he is. By the way, when did Yang learn to possess his students? Like, I know he's been dead for a long time, but what book did you open that says, hey, do you want to learn how to possess your students? This is how you do it. Quick question, why did he bring these people alive? Like, none of the ninjas know that Cole has disappeared. So why would you bring these people alive? Are you trying to get yourself attacked?
Perhaps he can explain.
I love that Moore somehow clocked in, knew, like, who revived them by dog magic. Is it because he's part ghost, or is a ghost statue that he knew who brought him alive? Or was this a lucky guess? Like, I don't know, ask the painting. I definitely know it's haunted. I simply love this. I love the villains that he revived. I like that Samukai came back alive even though he's canonically dead. Or like teleported somewhere. By the way, Samukai is canonically dead. Is he the only Ninjago character that actually died?
And you will take their place among the living.
Wait, could this actually happen? Could they actually come alive and become human? Because I'm guessing the Departed Blades, maybe they don't kill the ninjas. Maybe they sort of turn them into ghosts where they can go to the Departed Realm and they take the soul and become human. But also, that's wild magic. Like, where did you learn to do this type of magic? And by the way, ninjas, you should probably just burn Yang's temple.
Cryptor, my loyal friend.
I love that Python is here for no apparent reason. Like, he could be doing anything, but decided today he wanted to break into the museum for no apparent reason. I love how they're all arguing on who gets beat up who. I feel like Mo wouldn't argue because he definitely would want to go after Wu. Like, that's the only person that he would want to talk to, so why is he fighting?
Own thing going on, so work it out!
I simply love Yang. He's like, I'm not dealing with you guys' BS. Like, figure it out who you guys want to beat up and get on with it.
Help me out. You know, student to ninja. Hello?
Hey Cole, they're not going to listen to you. They're possessed. By the way, I kind of wish this was actually a series, not just like a movie, because it leaves so many questions. So many questions that are unanswered.
Jitsu was my first achievement, but it was not.
Yeah, we know. You made Air-Jitsu, which they will forget and never use again. But to be fair, it's most likely dog magic, since they keep telling us that everything Yang does is basically dog magic.
It was said to hold the key to eternal life.
How did you find out that? Like, where in this information ninjago was this randomly sprung out? Did the first ninjutsu master give you the scroll and was like, oh, he'll use it for goodness, without realizing that you were corrupt? I wonder if this yin-yang blade is sort of like the genie. When he wishes for something, it's something else. So, like, he got eternal life, but his eternal life is being a ghost.
So,
it's cool to see that his students right here, when they turn to ghosts, they're not fully possessed. So during the time when he was a ghost, he learned how to possess and control his students.
this once proud temple as master of the house never ate.
By the way, why didn't the students just leave? Like, the ghosts now. They could just leave before Yang possessed them, but I'm guessing they stuck around thinking like, oh, we could find a cure and undo how we can gain ghosts. But unfortunately, Yang didn't have a cure, and the students started to get mad, so he found a way to possess them somehow.
The yin blade can cut the rift of return.
This sentence still makes no sense. Like, why is it only Cole that can get this Yang blade? Was it protected by Yang students so he couldn't get the blade? But Cole is handling one of Yang students because he got possessed. So, like, it makes no sense.
Do you think we'll ever find out what actually happened to them?
I could tell you, but you have been.
Unfortunately, you will, but it's the most shittiest season. Legit, I hate the Time Travel series, and, like, they could have done so much better. Like, they could have just made this entire movie into more seasons. They had all the characters, and just be like, oh, a lot of people didn't understand what was going on, so we decided to flesh it out more. I don't think anyone would be mad.
Dear old dad. Or should I say, our.
I simply love that all the ninjas are being attacked. By the way, some of these fights are kind of boring and lame. I don't know what. I'm just, like, not interested in the fights. I'm more interested in the Yang subplot, because, like, I have more questions than the, like, ghosts beating up the people.
I know.
How the bloody hell did Samukai be able to kidnap Jay's mom? They were outside the trailer. Unless he, like, broke in through the vent of the trailer.
Time to finish the job.
Python, did you bring up backup? Like, because he's, like, the only one who's like, oh, we should bring up backup, and yet Python's, like, going to beat up Lloyd and Misako. Hey, maybe kill Misako. Don't do anything to Lloyd.
Bad. Very bad.
Did anyone actually assume that Mo was going to beat up Wu? Because I was, like, when I first watched this, I was like, there's no way Mo would beat up Wu, because it would feel very off if he did, especially how they left off season 4 with Mo being okay and forgives Master Wu. Unless this is, like, he doesn't remember everything that happened, like, some of his memories was scribbled, then I would understand this. But I was like, there's no way. But also, why did Mo do this? He was just being a little shit.
Rift to open. Watch him, just in case.
This plan and execution still makes no sense. I'm like, why, how, where, when? Like, I still have more questions and none of them are being answered. This is why it needed to be like an actual series instead of just a movie.
I don't really feel like going on vacation.
There's no way Lloyd is gonna get beaten up by Python. Like, Python is like probably, like, he's antagonizing, but he has really no fighting skills. Like, he's just like kind of there, and then we kind of forget about him, and then he pops back up. He's kind of like the Overlord.
Raider bites!
Hey guys, Chen is probably the easiest villain to defeat out of all of them. He has no clue how to control his actual weapons. Just blow him up.
Move before you even make it.
Even this one?
By the way, how did they get minions? Because the only people that Yang brought alive were like the ones that we saw before. Unless he like came back when they said, oh, we need minions, and possessed other people.
Oh, but why?
Mo is just a little shit in this episode. Like, no one talks about how Boris is gaslighting Wu into thinking that he's going to beat him up. Like, dude, you were acting like an evil villain. Why are you doing this? You do not have to do any of this.
Just stand there, grab him, then he won't fight.
I love these two skeletons. So, like, yeah, we don't get paid enough for Samurai to boss us around. We're gonna just stand by his parents and do nothing.
So realistic.
Revenge will be mine!
Oh no, Darth needs to run. I definitely know this Stone Warriors are definitely gonna remember Darth possessing them. But to be fair, it wasn't his fault. He just somehow stumbled upon the helmet.
Take him.
I simply love that Cole by himself is the only person beating up Yang's students. Like, still, no one has figured out that he's disappeared.
I'm not here to fight you. I'm here to warn you. Master Yang has put your team.
Then why were you acting like you were? Legit. Why don't we can him more just to be a little shit half of the time? Because honestly, he did not have to do any of that. He could have just walked up to be like, hey, Cole's in danger. You forgot a student, you jackass.
We have to warn the others.
I'm pretty sure the others are fine more. I'm pretty sure they're handling themselves.
Can't.
Why doesn't Nia use her water powers? I don't think once when I saw Nia fight, this entire thing, she didn't use her water powers. Like, it's just them be alive by ghost magic. Can't she use her water powers and make them disappear?
It is working! For what it's worth.
I'm surprised after the ninjas are defeating the bad guys, they don't see this rift in the sky. Like, it's legit right next to the moon. How do you not notice that?
Huh? Ronan! Thanks for coming!
Yeah,
Hey Ronan, how about you just ask Jay's parents for scrap metal? Half of the scrap metal is probably free and don't cost a thing. It's just scrap metal.
As much cat as he is snake. He has 9 lives.
And the ninjas run their respectable parties. Wonderful. By the way, for anyone saying like, oh, you should react to the fight scenes. I had nothing to say about the fight scenes, and they were just like so boring. Like, I'm more interested in like what's going on with Cole than these actual fighting scenes.
86 this guy!
I love that the Helmet of Darkness is just randomly in the museum and not in a vault protected by guards. Oh, thank the Lord, Cole got Yang. By the way, so Yang wants to go to this portal to be human again. But if Cole goes right after him, like, the people who would own the temple, because that's what he said, like, oh, someone must stay behind and become, like, a mentor. Then one of his pupils could just become the new mentor. Couldn't that work?
The possessed mannequin of a mortal enemy?
Him and his goons try to send you to the departed realm with...
I love everyone's like, yes, we know what's going on. Crazy night. By the way, still, no Cole.
Moro!
You know what? I would expect nothing less for the ninjas. Moore's been just a little piece of shit during this entire episode, and there's no reason to. Like, legit, maybe beat up Moore to not be a little shit.
We forgot Cole! To the bounty.
Oh my god, they finally realized they forgot Cole. What has it been like? How long is this season? Episode 45 minutes?
Happy Day of the Departed, Master.
More, buddy, why are you going back to the museum? Go back and help the ninjas. Your time isn't up. But his time isn't up. Isn't it after the lunar eclipse is done that his time should be up? Should he still be wandering around as like one of Yang's puppets?
But you will remain forever departed, destined to haunt the...
Okay, so he says forever departed. Does this mean Cole's fully a ghost? So like, maybe right now he's only like half a ghost because Yang cursed him. He didn't like tragically die, so he's not fully a ghost.
My friends!
I love like his friend shouting now his name is gives him the encouragement to like keep on fighting.
I feel different. Like I can punch through.
By the way, how does Cole learn this technique? It just kind of comes out of nowhere, but it is on because like during this entire episode, he's like, oh, I'm gonna be forgotten. I'm gonna be alone. I'm fighting Yang by myself because everyone forgot me. And at the end, he's like, oh, no one actually forgot me, but in fair reality, everyone forgot you.
No! You broke my...
Okay, that's kind of bullshit. Like, I like that Cole broke out of the students, but I wish he was like a pendant or something that Yang had on him that broke the curse instead of him just having to punch Yang super hard to break the curse, because that makes no sense. Oh my god, these kids need the utmost therapy. They've been dead for the longest time. Everyone that they used to know probably dead or super old.
My life to studying the martial arts. Alone.
Okay, I don't get this reasoning. This is the most stupidest reasoning. He's like, oh, I dedicated my entire life to martial arts, and then I turned myself a ghost, and all I wanted to do was live. I wish it was like Yang was slowly starting to disappear like Cole was, and because he's been alive as a ghost for so long, he's like, oh no, this shouldn't be happening, so something must be wrong. So he gets Cole, tricks him, so he can become alive again, because he doesn't want to fully disappear.
Ghost remain behind as master of the house.
One of us has to stay here?
But like, why? Why must someone be master of the house? Why is that the specific rule of this temple? I do like at the end that Yang sacrifices himself for like Cole so Cole could become human again.
You're not a ghost anymore! You look...
And Cole's human. And I like how he kind of has like a scar, like remnants of like when he's a ghost. I hope this does something because we do know that Dragon Rising is sort of like explaining a lot of shit. I hope that like the scar actually does something in Dragon Rising instead of being just a cool aesthetic.
Itsu Master has been returned to its original condition.
How does the temple go back to the way it was? Like, Yang still haunts this temple. Yang is still alive.
No ghosts.
By the way, why didn't Yang do anything in the next season? They're still at Yang's temple. Like, he doesn't do anything. He just watches the ninjas get beaten up. Like, hey, you could help out. Yeah, they would be freaked out that Cole lied to them, but still, they'll get over it.
Happy Day of the Departed.
Well, that was a departed. As much as I ranted about it, I did enjoy this, even though it left still a lot of questions. And if you like this reaction, hey, smash the like button to subscribe to my channel, turn on your notifications so you know the next time I post, and leave a goddamn comment and have a goddamn good day.